Hello, I'm Sue Beasley from Bluebell Cottage Gardens in Cheshire. We've exhibited at Tatton Show for the last 13 years, the last 7 of those in the floral marquee, and we're really well known for our very naturalistic displays of hardy perennials and using combinations that people can actually replicate in their own gardens at home. Now obviously we can't be at Tatton Show this year, so we thought we'd take you around the garden here and show you some of the combinations that we would have at Tatton if the show was on this year. So one of my favourite plants, and one that we always show at Tatton Show every year, is the sanguisorba, and there are lots of different varieties of them. This one's a real favourite of mine. It's called Chocolate Tip, and I think it looks wonderful, just tones perfectly with this Calamagrostis overdam. And obviously, of course, they're slightly different shapes, which really helps. This one is Sanguisorba obtusa. It's very tactile. It's got these hanging pink, sort of soft bottle brush type flowers. And I just think it looks really good framed against this steeper gigantea behind it. Another one I love is Sanguisorba tanna. Tiny little maroon bobbles, but it's a really easy plant to combine with other things. Here it is with Achillea gold plate behind it, making a really sort of vibrant combination. And on the other side of the path, it's toning almost perfectly with just emerging monarda called Fireball. Over on the other side of the square borders, more of a contrast here, we've got the spires of Salvia amethyst, and behind it is Monarda Jacob Klein. And at first sight, they look like a really strong contrast, but there's something about it that just works. And Chris, who works here in the gardens on Thursday, spotted it, and she said, just look at the bottom of that monarda, the basal petals and the top of the stems, and that's got that same purple in as the amethyst. And she's absolutely right, and that's really why it works so well, I think. Some plants work absolutely brilliantly as kind of complementary partners and as contrasts, and Verbena bonariensis is one of those, I think, that, you know, is such an easy plant to use. Here we've got it toning very elegantly with this white, almost faintly pale pink diorama. But if you turn the other way, behind it is the sort of coral orange of Nyphophia timothy, and then behind that the bright red of Olychnis chalcedonica and the Hemerocallis corky, and the whole thing is an awful lot more poppy. When it comes to combining plants, I think sometimes people can get a bit stuck on colours, but actually something perhaps more important still is shapes. So if you can combine something frothy or soft with something upright and stiff, or something with a dome shape with something that's perhaps a flat, or a cone with a spike, those are the sort of things that really work. And a real standout plant for us in our big borders are the dioramas. We've got some that are 6 foot high and some that are more just a couple of feet near sort of knee level. But the real beauty of them is the way that they arch over and they mingle with other plants. They sort of tap them on the head, and you know, sometimes the colours are more contrasting, but you just get this movement and the transparency and the interaction between them, and I just think they're the most wonderful plants. So I'm sorry we can't be with you in person this year, but hopefully this short video has perhaps brought back some happy memories of earlier shows and given you some ideas and inspiration for your own garden. So hopefully we'll see you next year. Bye now.